Okay, here we go.
Okay.
So your name is,
Paula Gray.
and you're from?
I'm from Moose Lake, Kettle River area in Minnesota, Carleton County.
So you're an Iraq War veteran? Is
Yes,
that,
I am.
The U.S. Army, or?
U.S. Army. I was in the 88th Regional Readiness Command down in Fort Snelling. My last duty assignment was actually with NATO, and that's where I retired.
Okay, you're retired military.
Yes, I'm retired military.
But you met somebody from the Forest Service here who
Yes.
also served in the military.
Yes, and I actually didn't know him when I was in Baghdad, but today we made that connection. It was really kind of special. He was there about the same time I was. We know some people, I'm sure, in common. So that was a really, really cool connection.
So how did you get affiliated with this project?
Well, there was a blanket email that went out from the Duluth Employment Service. The veterans representative there, he sends out emails all the time. A lot of times they hit the delete button. This one caught my eye because HistoriCorps was on the emblem and said that, you know, they were offering this opportunity to all veterans in this region to come and work. It also had a $400 stipend that would defray some of the costs, free food. So it piqued my interest. I've always been interested in history and traveling, and this one was really close. And I had a couple extra weeks before I needed to go do other things. So I made some phone calls, I did some research. I did a military recon.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that.
Of the facility, so that I could see really what I was in for. And as soon as I came in the gate, I was really in love with the place.
Just for clarification, is this a paid position then, or you mentioned
It is
a stipend?
a stipend. It's only a stipend, yeah.
So you're just here for a few weeks, is that?
I signed up for 2 weeks. It was
Okay.
a week at a time, and you could choose 3 weeks, 1 week, 2 weeks. And I said, conditionally, I would do 2 weeks. I said, well, I'll try the first week and see how I do.
Okay.
And then maybe I'd do the third week.
So this is like a quasi kind of
Right,
vacation too.
it really is. And within, like I said, 24 hours of hitting the site, I was sold that I was going to do the second week.
Why were you sold?
I've learned some new skills. The history of this building is incredible. Also, there's incredible artifacts here that I'm just really amazed that I'm able to look at and touch and feel. They're not in a museum yet. And this facility is just absolutely gorgeous. The ecology around the facility, there's hundreds of frogs, mushrooms of all sorts of varieties. There's otters down by the boathouse. I brought all my toys. I have a kayak, a bicycle. So I thought I was going to have some free time, and I have. I've made free time in the evenings to go and do those things that I find enjoyable.
Can I ask you, what kind of skills have they taught you here?
I've learned some skills as far as working with logs and matching them up, the old logs to the new logs, the new pieces that we've pieced in. I've used a drawbar, which is a tool that actually can take some of the relief off of the log.
Okay.
And I learned how to do that. I'd never done that before, and actually mentioned that if my husband ever thought of doing a log house, I would probably shoot him.
I live in a log house.
Oh yeah, because
They're a lot
if
of
I
work.
ever have to do it by hand, it would be a lot of work.
They're a lot of work,
Yeah,
yeah.
Absolutely a lot of work. We've Thompson water sealed the logs, so that's something I've done in the past. I've treated logs or at least woodwork before, so that wasn't a new skill, but there's some new techniques that I hadn't used before. We have worked on the cupola of this building here.
The cupola over here. You have
Yeah.
3 of them on
Right,
there.
we have 3 on the building.
Well,
and-
really, one big one and a
I've
smaller
been,
one.
this morning I have actually been doing some work as far as restoration work on the cupola, and that's totally new. We use a compound that's out there on the market to replace and kind of mold the pieces that have been deteriorating over time.
Is this giving you like interest in maybe pursuing a second career, possibly in
I have
restoration?
to tell you, I never even considered this, and I'm really thinking that this is a life-changing moment.
Oh, really? As far as
restoration, I never even considered it as maybe
As a
a possibility. I've
pursuit?
always been interested in travel and tour guide. I've been focused on trying to be a tour guide, and this is a whole new avenue that I never even thought about.
mobile restoration there.
Yeah, maybe, possibly.
Well, hey, thank you for your service
Yeah,
as well.
thank you. I
Right.
appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
So your name is?
Ginger MacDonald.
And you're from Eau Claire.
I'm in Eau Claire.
And you served in what branch?
I'm a retired first sergeant with the Army.
Army, okay. So how did you find out about this program?
I was actually looking online because I'm looking for other work. And
Okay.
I somehow linked over and I found something with the Veterans Program because there's a site for veterans that are looking for work. And I contacted them about 6 weeks prior and everything was set up. Now locally though, I know that there wasn't a lot of information given to people in the state until about 2 weeks prior, which made it not as successful to get as many vets out. So I'm hoping that they can get more vets out in the future. And talking with the CVSO, he's definitely going to see what
So
he can
you
do.
got this, you found out about this through a veterans organization.
Yes.
And are you working directly like with the HistoriCorps or who's?
Well, I signed on with HistoriCorps.
Okay, so you're getting like a stipend?
The first week I was here, I got a stipend, and this week I'm here as a volunteer.
You're volunteering. Oh, okay. So you're continuing to serve. So what have
Absolutely.
you learned since what's the experience been like?
The first week, like I said, I had my 16-year-old, and it was just great to do a project that was important and a community project like this. So that was a neat opportunity for him and I to work together. For me to come back, it's just, I'd like to see the project completed, but I've also learned a lot about cutting boards and
Okay.
doing different things on buildings that I've never known before.
So you've never done anything work like this, any restoration?
None.
What kind of skills do you think you're gaining that could be useful?
I'm certainly learning if I had some repairs in the home that I'd be more willing to try them myself.
Okay.
Learning about a lot of different people, and we all have some similar experiences, and especially the component with the military vets, we kind of have that bond. So it's kind of neat to share a bond with other vets.
Okay. I think there's more non-vets here though than there are veterans.
Well, but the ones that are here.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your service in the military, and thanks for working on this.
Thank you.
Yeah.